Right, okay, this is part 2 of the bait boat build video. I did say I'd do the second part because the first part was me making literally just the boat, so it was standalone boat. Would work perfectly well to put your bait in, take your line out and drop it out of the lake, but I wanted to push it on a little bit further and put an echo in it. I've been hunting around for a different one and I've finally got one and got it in there. Now what I've gone for is it's a Dragonfly 4. It's obviously got the Y fish option on it. I didn't go just for the Y fish because they were hard to get hold of again, and I had to speak to people about it. And I spoke to a guy called Joe. He does a lot of bait boat building. Some of you might have already heard of him. He's based out Brentwood Way. I think it's known as Joe Jacobs, makes the bait boats. He helped me out with the fish finder because with the Dragonfly he's had to do a bit of work on it where he's stripped the unit down, signal boosters and other bits and bobs that have had to come with it. He sourced that for me, got it ready for me. I've just literally went over there, picked all the parts up from the guy, from Joe, and I've installed them myself into the boat. I've put it all in there. Now what I'll do is I'll show you inside and show you what it looks like, and then it's all in there. Now what I need to do now is obviously get it on the water, get it going, see what's going on. Hopefully it's going to all work. I'm happy with it so far. The boat needs balancing up because there's weight distribution in the boat's got to get it just right, so there's going to be probably little bits of weight here and there, get the boat balanced, get it all working fine. So anyway, just that was a quick brief over. I'm going to show you inside now, then I'm going to seal the boat up and get it on the water and see what goes on. So it's not going to be a long video, just a short one, but a quick show round. So let's have a look in the boat, shall we? Right, okay, this is the boat opened up. It's not really been sealed. Obviously you can see now there's definitely a lot more wires going on, but this part here, this is the actual Y-fish unit, which was a Dragonfly 4, what am I saying, but a Dragonfly 4. That was basically been decased, descreened and made so it will fit in the boat without too much weight. Joe's done a sterling job on this. I'll try and show you. I'll turn the light off, it's probably better like this actually. But this is guy there, I don't know if you can see that, but this is Joe's contact details. If anyone wants to do this and wants something similar, I'm sure he'll do it for you. But yeah, that's the guy you need to be speaking to about this. He's told me this is the first one he's done like this, so he's interested to get some feedback on it. But anyway, that's what the unit ends up looking like. Down here, as you can see, I've had to just cut away the battery compartment there, a little notch out, so I can glue the transducer to the bottom of the boat. And the beauty of the transducer is it doesn't need to go through the boat. As long as it's on the bottom of the boat, it gets a signal. Well, that's it there, stuck to the bottom of the boat. I don't know if you can see that too well. I'll try and get some light on it. That there is the transducer. Glued to the bottom, that's the unit there. Anyway, that was fairly alright, apart from obviously the battery thing I had to cut away, but that's still solid, that battery thing, it's still holding in there, rock solid, the motor's not going anywhere. Then, the cables out the back of the unit, I've wrapped around and round the boat, made some big, until it runs out of cable to keep it all nice around the edge. Of sort of cable tied them in round the boat all the way round, and that is basically the fish finder. I've put a separate switch on the fish finder over here so that I can power that independently. That I've just wired into one of the batteries this side, and obviously you've got the battery the other side. So that is basically the fish finder installation. But what you need with the fish finder is you need a signal booster box, which I've just placed at the front there. You see the aerial cable going in and through the box and out. That runs to an aerial, which is there. Go through the lid of the boat, you'll see that when it's on. And you also need another box which is down here, which is like a voltage stabiliser box. This box here stabilises a constant 12 volt supply to the fish finder, because that needs to run on 12. If it's not stable and keeps dropping below 12, it's going to drop the unit out and keep rebooting all the time. So that holds the voltage stable. Now, because it was running on 6 volt batteries, that's acid batteries, I've also decided to go for lithium. I've took the plunge and I've bought a couple of lithium batteries. This also got off Joe, but 2 of them in there should make the boat last a lot longer, and also going to be less work for the voltage stabiliser to do to maintain the voltage, but they seem to be really light as well. So yeah, that's what I've done. Wiring wise, it's fairly straightforward. You just need to power the unit up. All you need to do is connect it into either a switch, or you can have it directly coming off the battery, and when you plug the batteries on, it can be live if you like. But I've just done a switch because I might always want to run the fish finder whilst I'm out on the lake. So really it is now time to actually seal it up and get it testing out. So yeah, again, like I said, any questions, just drop me a line or something, I'll try and help you out. But that's the man anyway, Joe Jacobs, makes the bait boats. Give him a call on that number and I'm sure he'll help you out if that's the sort of thing you want to do. I mean, I'll get it on the water soon and I'll show you what it comes up like on the screen, and then you'll see if it's something you fancy. If you want to go for a standard sort of fish finder, you can easily just buy them from the shop off online, ready to go in a bait boat and install a lot quicker. It took me a bit of time to get this, but I've got it. It's in there. We'll see what goes on. But that is the Dragonfly 4 with wire fish. Right, okay, just got down to the lake. The bait boat now is ready to have a little go with it. A little try it, test it out in anger really, give it a go. Been good fun building it. Just hope it performs as well as I want. That's it on the table behind me. I'm going to show you a little bit of it in operation, see how it goes. I'm going to stick a couple of rods out with it, see if we can catch a fish. Yeah, there's all sorts of different features on it that I've got on there. Obviously the echo sound is on, which I showed you earlier, which is the Ray Marine one. I'll try and get a bit of footage of that working. Might have to do that as the evening goes on so you can see the screen a bit. But I'll get a couple of rods out with it, see it sailing about, hopefully it performs well and we have no dramas with it. But I'm just testing it out on this little lake at the moment, which is not too big a lake, which means obviously if something goes wrong I'll probably get it back fairly easy without any hassle. But hopefully that won't happen. So yeah, let me show you the boat then. Okay, just down the lake testing the boat out. We've got the chief pilot at the wheel. Here he is, chief pilot. We're just testing it, so he's now running the boat with the echo sounder on, which I've got on my phone here. That's the bottom, going along. And it seems pretty easy to control.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know if I can get them both in the screen together, probably not. But yeah, no, that works fine. What's that, about 6 foot, 7 foot? So he's just bringing it back across now, but that's the screen on a different setting. It comes up really well. Okay, just running the camera now on the boat.
Oh wow.
See what happens with the camera.
That's good, isn't it?
I don't think it's going to come out too well on here.
Is it better at night, you think?
Oh, it'll be a lot better at night because you can see the screen, but I've got just the contrast and stuff.
Yeah. It's brilliant, isn't it? That does look good.
Right, okay, I'm using this as a little camera screen for the boat being out on the lake. You see he's driving it around looking back at us. The screen's got a bit of glare on it, needs a little shroud around it. It works alright. And there's the boat over here with the camera on. There it is, still seems to drive alright. I haven't got the tops, I've got a bit more work to do to it to be able to put the tops back on properly, but that's just temporarily wired on to test it out. But well, look at that. First fish on the new boat. Not big by any stretch of the imagination, but you know what? Look at it. That's a cracker, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. Look. Well plated mirror. One day that'll be a nice big one. But for now I'm well pleased because the boat's working well. Dropped it out there with the echo, which I'll show you in a little while, and this is the result. Or I might show you before actually, but anyway, this is the fish. Cracking fish. Close up with that, look at that. Stunner. Let's get it back in there. Okay, just going to do a little bit of running of the boat with the echo. See if we can see the boat, see what comes up. We'll see how good it is. Just got to connect everything up to start with. And here we go. It might be happening now. We're going to see what happens. I think it's starting to roll now. Let me get the boat in the water. Okay, boat's in, echo's on. I don't know if you can hear me, I'm going to stand back and run it out. So, that's what's coming up on the graphic at the moment. We're very shallow there. You can see the boat going out and put lights on so you can see it. There we go. Right. Let's get it running out a bit. So obviously you've got two screens going on there. One's your down scan and one's your normal sort of mode. There's a lot of weed out there. Let me run it out. Let's see it going. And what you can do, I'll do is you can switch to say just this one, and then we can see that. Right, so see a bit of weed, there's light weed on the top, heavier weed coming along. Run that out. There is a little drop off that I'm fishing in. You might come across that in a minute. There we go. Anyway, let's have a little look at the echo. Here we go, just dropping down. This is where I got my rod, just in the bottom here. This is where I had a little bite earlier on. Just in the bottom there I dropped it. And yeah, I think it works quite well. I'll turn around so you can see the lights on the boat coming back. Which it goes a nice pace. What I've done is I've set the engine to 60% power. You can do that on the handset controller, which is very good. So because I've uprated to 12 volt, I didn't want to just give the motors too much bean, so I've now just throttled them back 60%. So when I'm pushing flat out, they're only going 60%, which is good. I think it just takes a bit off of it. You can also swap to that screen, which is your down scan. But anyway, working fine so far. Nice to have got it out there. As you can see it coming towards you. Yeah, you see the lights as well, yeah. It's all working really well. And the lights, as I say, go on or off. Look, you see them there. It's working fine. And we'll get it back in again now. But I'm impressed with it. I'm sure if you guys build one, I mean all Echoes are the same pretty much. It's got a down scan on it. Whether it's going to be any beneficial, I don't know. So I quite actually like it in the normal mode. But there you go, that's what it's showing. Let's see if I can catch another fish tonight. Show you another one. Right, as you can see, it's out there now. The camera on the front, that I've just show you. The lights come on and off. If you want to do the lights, there you go. So they can work fine. The camera works off the little aerial behind. The echo sounds run off the front aerial. Everything seems to operate fine. But there it is in action. I'll put a bigger handle on, as you can see there, just easy to grab it in and out of the water. That's just made of alley. That's just been a very simple bit of alley tube and a couple of bits of flat alley welded, a couple of holes drilled in. I've mounted it in the side. I'll get a bit closer up on that. You hold it there a second, Huey. But yeah, that's the handle. Works really well. It's nice and lightweight still. But yeah, I think it's a good boat. Hopefully going to catch a few fish with it. I've already had one on it, as you saw earlier. But all good. Thanks to my assistant for driving it. There's the battery meter on the back there. It says I'm running about 10, 11 volts at the moment. What I have found is that the batteries will cut out at 9.6 volt. That's it, they're gone. The boat is dead at 9.6. But I've got a little trick up my sleeve to sort out, which I'm going to try and put a little reserve battery in this boat, make it kick in when needed. But that'll be my next upgrade, which I'll start working on very soon. Until then, hope you've enjoyed.